Good morning, students. Today again we are going to start with the chapter metals and non-metals. And today's point of discussion will be how the metals and non-metals react and how the formation of bond, particularly the ionic bond, takes place between them. Now, continuing with the topic, why do metals and non-metals react? What is the reason that they react with each other? So, he is saying that metals react with a number of reagents and they undergo a number of chemical reactions, and as a result of these reactions a number of new compounds or molecules are formed. Now, second point, the force which hold a number of atoms together within the compound or a molecule is called chemical bond. So what is a chemical bond? Chemical bond is a force which holds the number of atoms together to form the compound. And next he is saying the cause of chemical combination is the tendency of the atoms to complete their octet or duplet so that they acquire a stable nearest noble gas configuration. So what is the octet? Octet means in outermost shell they want to complete 8 electrons, and duplet means in first shell maximum of 2 electrons that can be attained by the element. Now how do atoms combine? So, when atoms combine, they complete their octet or duplet by any one of the following method. So, how they complete their octet or duplet? Number one, by transference of electron from one atom to another atom, and thus the bond formed between the two atoms is called ionic bond or electrovalent bond. So the bond which is formed by the transference of electron is the ionic or the electrovalent bond. In this, one atom loses the electron and another atom, it gains the electron. So such type of bond are known ionic bond or electrovalent bond. Second way is by sharing of electrons between the two atoms. The bond thus formed between the two atoms is called covalent bond. So the bond which is formed by the sharing of electrons, that is, the combining atom may contribute equal number of electrons which are then common for both of them, both of the participating atoms. Okay, so thus the formed bond is called covalent bond. Now continuing with the topic, first of all we should know the electron dot representation, which is known as the Lewis symbols of the element. So in the formation of chemical bond between the two atoms, one electron should have outermost shell and are involved in the formation of bond. So as the inner shell electrons are well protected, that is why they do not participate in bond formation. Only the outermost shell electrons they participate. So these electrons present in the outermost shell are called valence electrons. That we have studied earlier in ninth class also. What are valence electrons? The electrons present in outermost shell are known as valence electron. Okay. And as they tell about the valency of the element, okay, we know what is valency. Valence is the combining capacity of element. For this, either the element loses the electron, or either it gains the electron, or either it shares the electron. Now, G.N. Lewis introduced a simple method of representing the valence electrons by dot or small cross around the symbol of the atom. So around the symbol, the electrons, they may represent it either with the help of dot or with the help of cross. These symbols are known as electron dot symbol or Lewis symbols. These symbols ignore the inner shell electrons. Okay. So this is a table of some common element beginning with the hydrogen. Hydrogen has atomic number 1 and in K shell it has 1 electron. So this is the outermost shell for this element. So it has 1 electron as valence electron. So we will write its Lewis symbol. First of all, we will write the symbol of the element, and the electrons are represented either with the help of dot or cross. So it has 1 electron. So it is represented either with the dot or cross. Similarly, helium. Helium has symbol capital H small e, atomic number 2. It has 2 electron in K shell, and So valence electron are represented as 2. So how we will write? Helium with 2 electrons, 2 dot or 2 cross will be made. Similarly for lithium, lithium symbol is capital L small I. Atomic number 3, configuration is 2 1. First shell mein it has 2 electron and 1 in the next shell. So what are the valence electron? 1. So lithium is represented as Li with dot or cross. Similarly beryllium. Beryllium symbol is capital B small e. Atomic number 4, electronic configuration is 2 2. So it has 2 electron in outermost shell. So how you will write? You will write the symbol of beryllium capital B small e with 2 electrons with the help of dot and cross. Similarly in boron 3 electrons, so they are represented 3. In carbon they are 4, so represented 4 electrons. Nitrogen there are 5 valence electrons, so they are represented 5. Oxygen it has 6 electrons, so they are represented in pair of 2 2 each, 6 electron. Then fluorine has 7 electrons outermost shell mein, that is the valence electron, so 7 electrons, 6 pair and 1 separate. Neon has how much? 8 electrons, so we'll make 4 pairs around the neon, each pair containing 2 electrons. Then sodium has 1 electron, so 1 dot is represented. Magnesium has 2 electrons, so it has 2 dots or cross. Aluminium has 3 valence electrons, so it is represented by 3 dot or 3 cross. Similarly, chlorine. Chlorine has 7 electrons, so 3 pair of 2 2 electrons and 1 is separate. Potassium. Potassium has 1 electron, valence electron is represented K dot. Calcium has 2 electrons, so it is Ca with 2 dots or cross. So these are the Lewis dot symbols which you should learn because these are being used in the formation of ionic compounds. Now further continuing with the topic, how do metals and nonmetals react? We know metal lose electron and become positive ions. So they are called electropositive elements. The atomic number of sodium is 11. So its electronic configuration is 281. So how much valence electron? It has 1 valence electron. So it loses 1 electron and form the sodium ion. So how it will form? Na plus plus 1 electron. Now its electronic configuration will change from 281 as it has lost 1 electron to 28. Similarly magnesium. Magnesium has atomic number 12, configuration 282. Now when it will lose 2 electrons, so it will be represented by 28 and 2 electrons which are lost are represented here. Non-metals, they gain electron and become negative ions. So they are called electronegative elements. The atomic number of chlorine is 17, we know that. So what will be the electronic configuration? That will be 287. Now 7 is the valence electron. Now it requires for 1 electron to complete its octet. Okay. So how it will form its ion? Cl plus 1 electron and it will change into Cl negative. Now it has configuration 287. It will change to 288 after gaining 1 electron and now its octet is complete. Similarly, oxygen. Oxygen has requirement of 2 electrons. So how it will, what it will do? It will gain 2 electrons and it will change to O2 negative ion. So this is how metals and non-metal form their ions by loss and gain of the electrons. Now formation of sodium chloride molecule, NaCl. As we know, sodium has 1 electron and chlorine has 7 electron in outermost shell. So sodium will lose 1 electron and chlorine will gain 1 electron. So what will be the formula? Formula will be NaCl. Here sodium is losing 1 electron and chlorine has deficiency of 1 electron, so it will gain 1, and when it will lose, its octet will be complete, so it will be here also will be the 8 electron. Thus the atomic number of sodium is 11. Its electronic configuration is 281. It has 1 valence electron, so it loses 1 electron to form sodium ion. The atomic number of chlorine is 17. Its electronic configuration is 287. So it has 7 electron, so it will gain 1 electron to form chloride ion. Then the attraction between the sodium ion and the chlorine ion result in formation of sodium chloride molecule. As in this compound, there is one atom is losing the electron and another atom is gaining the electron. So this type of bond which is formed by loss and gain of electron, that is known as the ionic bond or the electrovalent bond.